back outside and look, but if you look here around the chimney, it doesn't appear like it's been properly flashed, since you can see daylight around the chimney, which is shouldn't be able to see that, because when you see daylight, you're going to see water.
Well, that's where it was leaking. That's just right at where they went through which I'm sure that was rotten at that point, you know.
I can see a tree through the roof here. That's a serious consideration. I mean, my gosh. This is, if it wasn't so serious, it would be laughable. Now, there's holes there. You can see light there as well.
They haven't got the ridge cap on yet.
Okay, so that's not a concern yet, because they're in process. And we're going to go back outside and determine whether or not...
I have another little bit of concern about the wideness of the gapping here between the board, the sheathing boards. Typically that should be 1/8 of an inch.
It's clearly a half.
It doesn't appear like that's a problem most places, but it certainly is not right there. And it looks like, rather than cutting the sheathing to go around the chimney, they just cut a little piece to scab in here from here to here, and then just ran it up the sides, and rather than cutting a piece that would fit in there properly, they've just let it go.
Anything else up here we need to...
Well, that's what I'm looking for. I'm assuming this side has not been done yet. Also would like to look up here. This really is not really right here. This is not acceptable to have that big a gap. That's got to be,
it's 2 inches.
My goodness, 2 to 3 inches.
Can you put your hand up there to kind of
absolutely,
just to kind of show the... Could you go ahead and...
Here's a sheet of paper folded in half. So this is going to be about 4 inches. So that's probably...
okay, so that and sheet of paper is 5.5 inches folded in half. It's 8.5 by 11.
Correct. Could
you put that sheet of paper back up there? So could you put it at that top spot?
Oh yes, absolutely.
So we've got,
I would say, a good 2.5 inches. And when I stick my hand over here, probably another 1.5 inches, because this board falls just on the side of this. These boards should meet up at the corner of the building.
so we've got like 5 inches of space.
Yes.
And this is not just an isolated problem in one spot of the roof. It appears as though there's all kinds of problems.
Let's go look at these other 2 corners now that we've seen that.
Okay, watch your step there.
Yes. Right up here you've got a 2-inch gap at the peak.
This seems to be the one corner they've done properly. What is that hole over there of light?
That's probably an opening for ventilation.
Okay, so this pretty much covers what we need to talk about here. Is that correct?
I need to look at something else here. No, you got the same thing here. Look on both sides here.
So they've just covered it up with a piece of...
They just covered it up with the roofing.
So it's roofing instead of wood.
Yes, there's no wood underneath that roofing.
And again, we've got a finger width, and then here we've got, there's just no wood there. Does that finish us up here?
I believe so.
Okay. Any final comments up here?
I'll be calling a roofer here in just a moment to get a little additional information, but I believe this could be classified as substandard work.
Okay.